Today on News Channel 12, the transition from the classroom to online hasn't been a smooth one for everyone.
And the results from a student survey are in. Find out what options WKU gave to seniors regarding a graduation ceremony.
And I got the latest on the colder temperatures that will be arriving tonight into tomorrow morning.
You're watching News Channel 12, where commitment makes the difference.
Thank you for tuning in to News Channel 12. I'm Jillian Ryan, anchoring from Louisville.
And I'm Carly Hudson, anchoring from London. Once again, our team is reporting from home, from across the region, because of COVID-19.
COVID-19 is forcing students across the country out of traditional classrooms and onto computers. Reporter Cadi is in Tennessee with how homeschooling is affecting high school seniors.
On March 30th, Sumner County school officials announced that all schools will teach online until April 30th. For elementary, middle, and high schools, each one is learning through different recommended platforms from the Tennessee County. With high school, their homeschooling access is through an online learning source called Edgenuity. The website says it's an online school that provides learning curriculum for grades K through 12.
I just never took any of the classes ever through that. But I've heard some things that about it that they hate it just because it's really confusing and at first it wasn't working.
As seniors are struggling to adjust to homeschooling, they are also upset because of senior events being postponed. This includes prom, baccalaureate, the last school assembly, and graduation. Hendersonville High School isn't the only one that's making this change, as schools like Station Camp and Beach High School are taking similar precautions. And even though Sumner County schools have yet to announce their homeschooling protocol, high school principals are actively communicating via social media to their students. For News Channel 12, I'm Cadi.
Back in Kentucky, Governor Andy Beshear is recommending all schools stay closed until May 1st, but that date could be pushed back.
COVID-19 is also impacting higher education, including graduation ceremonies. Junnie Riddle has more on what WKU is doing to make sure the milestone is still celebrated.
Prior to the COVID-19 outbreak, Diddle Arena would have been filled for spring commencement. WKU is taking steps to reschedule the ceremony this upcoming fall. A survey was sent out to graduating students on a preferred date for a rescheduled ceremony. September 19th, October 17th, and December 12th are the dates the students could choose on the survey. The survey was completed by 60% of spring graduates. 74% of those voted to move the date to the fall. Graduating senior Mark Webster says he's happy with the changes the university has made.
I'm very appreciative for Western to come up with a format to accommodate us graduating seniors. We've worked hard and our families are thrilled that they get to share this accomplishment with us.
80% of graduating seniors said they would attend a rescheduled graduation. Other schools in the state, such as the University of Louisville and Kentucky, haven't yet rescheduled their graduation. For News Channel 12, I'm Junnie Riddle.
Degrees will still be conferred this spring. For updates on when the ceremony will be rescheduled, visit wku.edu/commencement.
Across Kentucky, there have been some big changes in temperatures this week, from highs in the 80s to a low of almost freezing today. Raquel Dominiquez has a look at what kind of weather you can expect this weekend.
Now today we are feeling a little bit chillier than we did yesterday. So let's take a look at yesterday's stats. Yesterday was in the low 60s at 63 degrees for our high, so pretty mild, but just a couple degrees below the normal at 68 degrees and nowhere near the record at nearly 90 in 2019. But we did end the night on a chilly note, and that chilly note is here to stay for the rest of the week, and I'll get more into that in just a bit. But we were a little bit above the normal at 44, and again, nowhere near that frigidly cold temperature record set in 1984. Overall, for the week, you will want to watch out for some colder temperatures to kick off your weekend tonight and early into tomorrow morning, and even a good rain chance for your Easter Sunday. And again, these cooler temperatures are here to stay for the week, so make sure you keep that jacket around to continue on with the work week.
Thanks, Raquel. According to RAIN, more than 23% of women and 5% of men experience rape or sexual assault during their undergrad. Elegance Shimwell shares how WKU and a Bowling Green nonprofit are moving their activism online.
Each year, the nation recognizes April as Sexual Assault Awareness Month. A committee of WKU and nonprofit organizations plan activities to raise awareness for prevention in Bowling Green. A year ago, right here, WKU hosted their 9th annual Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event, where 130 men from various organizations came together to walk a mile around campus wearing red heels. Although this event was very entertaining to watch, every step they take is one closer to bringing awareness. With the activities being canceled due to COVID-19, the committee has switched to virtual activities and are still providing resources.
We are still providing the 24-hour crisis line. We're doing emergency advocacy over the phone, and our therapists are still in touch with our survivors or our clients.
These activities are geared toward educating individuals on sexual violence and promoting resources for those who've experienced sexual misconduct and sexual assault.
For more information and to learn how to get involved this month, visit the WKU Counseling Center's website.
After the break, how one Kentucky church is responding after Governor Beshear called them out for ignoring social distancing guidelines, and what they plan to do for Easter.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear. Because for 75 years, he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
But there's a lot more to say. Like, if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Social distancing isn't easy, but right now it's necessary to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. But some Kentucky churches are still holding services. Jerica Valtierra talked to one pastor who said he's got the law on his side.
Couples, families, elderly people, all going into Maryville Baptist Church to attend Sunday services, and not a single mask or pair of gloves in sight.
You are still holding mass gatherings, church or otherwise. You are spreading the coronavirus, and you are likely causing the death of Kentuckians.
At Saturday's press conference, Governor Andy Beshear responded to Pastor Jack Roberts' church staying open for a congregation. However, Pastor Robert says he told people not to come to Sunday services if they felt sick. Those who are there on their own will.
I have a copy both of the U.S. Constitution and the Constitution of the state of Kentucky, and they both say that what he's doing is illegal.
The building usually houses 700 people comfortably. Pastor Robert says everyone still maintained a social distance while inside. Church members like Russell Pace say still, God comes first.
Do you think that being inside today with as many people who were there compromised anyone's health?
No. I've had cancer 5 times. So I'm not worried about this virus. You know, if you're so worried about it, let somebody let the doctor walk up and tell you 5 different times you got cancer. I should not be here if it wasn't for God.
However, Governor Andy Beshear reiterates, without public cooperation, by social distancing and staying home, we're doing not just ourselves, but everyone a disservice.
We care about each other in this state, and our faith would guide us and give us the wisdom to do the right thing to protect each other.
On Tuesday, the Bullitt County Health Department served Roberts with an enforcement notice, telling the church to cease gatherings immediately. Roberts says he still plans to hold Easter service.
It's not just holidays. Social distancing is also keeping families apart during some of the most difficult times, like funerals. Sarah Sidery shows us how a Louisville family found a way to honor their loved one while still keeping a safe distance.
Nobody's able to gather. Nobody's able to go to church. Nobody's able to go to the funeral home.
It's why this parking lot in South Louisville is full of cars, keeping everyone apart.
We're showing our respects for my nephew, John Wren, who died in a car accident over the weekend. He's a hard-working 31-year-old boy, left behind 4 children.
Rick Opes bought these flowers for his nephew's makeshift funeral procession. Dozens of cars drive through the neighborhood off Manslick Road on the way to Wren's father's house, a Louisville firefighter. The immediate family has no idea.
There's no really other way to acknowledge other than a phone call or text, which is great too. But they are going to be able to see the people and feel the people that love.
One by one, cars stop at the family's front yard, passing Wren's photo, dropping off flowers, releasing balloons, smiling, waving, wiping away tears.
And what a time that we're living in right now. Everybody needs a hug. Throw a tragedy on top of it. You can't shake somebody's hand. You can't squeeze them. You can't love them. You can't kiss them.
Instead, they hold signs to show their love and grieve together while driving from a distance.
These kinds of celebrations have to be done and can be done, and we're trying to set an example, hopefully, of how we can do this the best way possible and still stay safe from the coronavirus.
Even though the virus keeps everyone far apart, you can still feel the connection, support, and love.
Nothing's going to beat a hug. Nothing's going to beat a kiss. But this is all we got.
Love you all.
After the break, Raquel Dominguez is back with a full look at your 7-day forecast. And I'll have some tips for social distancing while enjoying the spring weather.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. But I need that back. No. Kevin!
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother,
Yes.
you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke,
but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included, and I knew that I was going to be okay.
As far as this week goes, expect to start off the weekend frigidly cold. Again, we do have a freeze warning in place to start your weekend off, and with that brings sub-freezing temperatures that could damage sensitive plants. So make sure you bring those inside to avoid any damage possible. And we do have a chance of rain, a high chance for your Sunday on Easter. But after that, we stay pretty cool, so keep that jacket around to continue your work week. Now, as far as temperature goes, we are in the mid to lower 50s overall in the south central Kentucky region. 54 degrees in Bowling Green, 53 in Paducah, and 53 in Owensboro. So overall, mid to low 50s, and again, that is going to begin to take a tumble down. So looking at your lower temperatures for today, 32 degrees in Bowling Green, 40 in Owensboro, 35 in Campbellsville. So 32 is right around the freezing mark, so it is going to be very chilly as we get into the night. 45 degrees though right now with the very clear and sunny skies. Again, that is going to be taking a change as we get into your later weekend on Sunday. Tonight, though, 34 degrees. Again, bundle up if you're on your way out. And tomorrow will be 65 degrees. So definitely pretty warm out there. Take advantage of that. And that is when the showers are going to be moving into the region just in time for your Easter Sunday. Now, as far as your 7-day forecast goes, tomorrow, 65 degrees. That's going to be the warmest day out of the entire week. So take advantage of that because cooler temperatures will remain in the region for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, though, expect some rain for your Easter Sunday. So you might want to hide those eggs inside the house somewhere. Now, Monday, 55 degrees. Tuesday, 53. And overall, lows are in the mid to upper 30s and mid 40s. So again, temperatures will stay cool. Another chance of a rain on Wednesday. So make sure you get that yard work done either Monday or Tuesday or Thursday and Friday. But overall, we're going to stay pretty chilly. So stay warm and stay safe.
Thanks, Raquel. In the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, the great outdoors have become a staple for mental and physical health. I visited a city park in Laurel County to see how locals are getting their nature fix while keeping a safe social distance.
The first thing we did, we put up signage, and we spent several days the first week talking to the people using the park and trying to help educate them on the need for social distancing. The maintenance department does maintenance in this park every morning at 7 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, they do a second round of maintenance, wiping everything down with disinfectants where people would be sitting or spending time.
Williams says seeing locals interact has been one of the few positives he has experienced through all of this.
People have been very compliant and have been watching out for each other. My wife and I walk every morning at 7 o'clock, and we've noticed that people go out of their way to speak, but to maintain a safe distance.
The park features about 3 miles of walking trails, a disc golf course, and a dog park. University of Kentucky senior Jordan Jones says she's thankful to have a place like this to come home to after her senior year was cut short. For Jordan, daily exercise is essential to her daily routine in quarantine.
You know, I think a lot of people that are especially like extroverts, they would go crazy like me, so I have to like get out and have to like run or walk or exercise in some type of way. And like, even if I don't get to talk to people, I like to like see people because it makes me feel better.
And while this is a tough time for everyone, the great outdoors are just steps away. Whether it's going for a run or having a quiet meditation in your backyard, nature can offer you some peace of mind.
After the break, Noah Faerber has a look at this week in sports, including the new use for the University of Kentucky's practice football field.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
A football facility at the University of Kentucky is being transformed into a field hospital. The move is to prepare for a surge of COVID-19 patients. The plan is to turn UK's Nutter Fieldhouse, the football team's practice facility, into a 400-bed hospital. University officials say they want to be prepared for the worst-case scenario as cases increase in the state. The facility should be ready in the next 2 weeks. With the coronavirus pandemic still impacting the country, more and more sports teams are questioning the futures of their seasons. Reporter Haley Schoengart learned more about how officials are trying to stay optimistic as time goes on.
With the NBA and NHL seasons suspended indefinitely and Major League Baseball postponing the start of their season, the coronavirus has caused the sports world to turn upside down. President Trump spoke with the commissioners of the sports leagues on Saturday, and although he commended them for their diligent work to care for players, he says he believes the NFL season should start as scheduled.
And these are all the great leaders of sport, and they want to get back. They got to get back. They can't do this. Their sports weren't designed for it. The whole concept of our nation wasn't designed for it. We're going to have to get back. We want to get back soon, very soon.
The president says he believes fans are ready to be back in arenas, but he cannot give a specific date for everything to return to normal. The president is optimistic about that date and says he believes it is going to be sooner rather than later. For News Channel 12, I am Haley Schoengart.
Speaking of the NFL, the draft will happen virtually this year. Commissioner Roger Goodell says it will take place in the individual homes of players and coaches. The league had said it was considering 2 options for the 3-day draft in April. One involved trying to find a safe and legal way for teams to use their traditional war rooms. The other had coaches and their staffs selecting players from their personal homes. Social distancing won out. The draft starts April 23rd. Fans will still be able to follow along from home, knowing participants are staying in too. That's all the time we have for sports this afternoon. Tune into the Extra Point today at 3:30 for more coverage. In the meantime, follow us on Twitter at ExtraPointWKU.
Thanks, Noah. After the break, social distancing means you might be trading FaceTime with your usual friends for time with some furry ones. We've got 2 heartwarming pet stories coming up.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon? You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
Hi.
I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those 2 girls in 8th grade.
Oh, yeah?
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Orders to stay at home are especially important for the elderly, but so is sticking to a normal routine as much as possible. For residents at one Kentucky nursing home, that routine includes weekly visits from animals, an activity that looks a little different these days.
Mallory Foster is a dietitian for Landmark of Iroquois Park, but it's her dog Xena that's a big hit with the residents.
They're usually ecstatic. A lot of the ones that remember her coming back, they're excited to see her. Here, some of them refer to Thursdays. That's the day that I come, is Puppy Thursday.
To keep the people here safe, Xena hasn't been able to see her friends until now. Deborah Thrasher, the activity director at Landmark, put together what she's calling window wags and waves. A group of people, dogs, and even a rabbit went around the building window by window, hoping to spread some cheer.
With all the social distancing and not being able to have visitors in and out, it really helps them to be able to socialize with each other even more and to be able to feel a part of the community still.
Saxophonist Kevin Hill was also part of the group. He's been playing for the residents at Landmark for 15 years, but this is the first time he shared his love of music from outside the walls.
During trying times, we all have to learn how to improvise, and I think this is a great example on what this facility has done today.
While this may not be the ideal way for the group to visit, it's an important gesture to let the people inside know they're not going through this alone.
No one wants to be forgotten. You don't want to think that you're here alone and nobody's visiting you and not understand why. And when they see the pets and the people visiting through the window, they know that they can't come out, but they're here for me.
The director of the nursing home encourages people to remember to reach out to the elderly during this time through phone calls and window visits.
It's not just nursing homes that can benefit from having a pet around. Reporter Ashton Jones spoke with a representative from a local animal shelter about a recent uptick in adoptions.
With stay-at-home orders in place, there's little to do outside the house other than take a walk. So Warren County residents are looking for someone to share that time, more specifically, a pet. The Bowling Green Humane Society says they've seen an increase in adoptions because of COVID-19. Operations manager Leah Lawrence tells me now is a good time to acclimate a pet to your home because you can spend more time with them. Of course, new owners have lots of questions, and Lawrence says one they're hearing more frequently is, can my pet give me the coronavirus?
We've had a lot of people ask that question, and per our vet, that is not something that is possible. So we haven't really had a lot of pets surrendered because people were afraid that they could transfer it to them, but we have had some pets surrendered by healthcare professionals and people who are working really long hours right now.
Leah tells me the adoption center doesn't expect more drop-offs after the stay-at-home orders are over, since they haven't seen an increase after Christmas or summer breaks. Now, if you want to adopt a pet, you can visit their website, bgshelterpets.com. Reporting from Nashville, Ashton Jones, News Channel 12.
All pet adoptions at the Bowling Green Humane Society shelter are half off for the rest of April.
Thanks for tuning in to News Channel 12. We'll be back next week with another update on your news. Have a safe weekend.